I am from MELSS. MELSS is in the business for more than 25 years. We are in YMR near Perungudi, and our offices are there all over India. So we have several products, Industry 4.0 solutions, starting from IoT. We have energy monitoring solutions, real-time data capture, field data acquisitions, location tracking equipments, and also we use AWS and Azure mostly. Most of our customers use that, so we do some cloud computing solutions. And also system integration, mistake proofing, POK, IIoT integration, mission-to-mission communications. We are going to see some of the case studies here, and also we will see what kind of investment you need for implementing those solutions. Big data and also robotics. We are into robotics. We represent some good companies. If you are having some interest on robotics, see me after the presentation. So what we are going to cover today is mainly on IIoT. So our smart factory solution, this is one of our dashboard for inspection. This is for barcode and RFID track and trace solutions. Mistake proofing and POK. So it means that if you don't, the 4M traceability, if you don't scan the proper inputs, if you don't input the proper components for manufacturing, then automatically you won't start the machine. So we can interlock your machines and all based on the scanning of your inputs and outputs. Digital walls and huge hand-on displays for showing productivity that will incentivize your workers. Real-time manufacturing information, and then we have some mobility apps, nice mobility apps, and we interface also with ERP and stores management solutions. Some of the screens are for smart factory solutions. So IoT involves many things, right? So right from the sensors all the way to cloud, there are several layers. We have our products in every layer. So from field sensors to IoT nodes to IoT gateway, and also the cloud platform, data warehouse, and visualization, we have our products in all these areas. So some of our IoT products, we'll go through them in detail. First is the 6-DIME NFC we have installed this for assembly line single process flow. So basically there is a trolley which is taking the product, you assemble in each stage and it moves to the subsequent stages. You can use the NFC readers and you can have a RFID tag. When you move your assembly line from one machine to another, only if you complete the previous process successfully, it will allow you to move to the next line. So that is an NFC communication. That is the right device there that is working. And also 6-DIME Atom, this is for connecting the input-output signals and passing on to your server, IoT cloud or the on-premise server through MQTT or any other protocol. And also in some cases, there we need local indication for the operator to input some parameters, or they want to see some information regarding the spec sheet. Supposing you are manufacturing a particular component, the operator wants to see the spec sheet, then you can use the Hex IoT products, which has all the specifications for the product which you are going to manufacture, and also you can input some parameters if they are not automated. So there is a Hex IoT product which has the HMI display as well. This one is 6-DIME Edge Box, which is, if you see the previous slide, you had this huge 10.1 inch display and then the Atom having no display. Now you are having something with a 1.5 inch LCD display. This is something that is not for user to enter the data. I mean, there are some buttons here. They can also operate the buttons. But usually you want to see what product they are manufacturing, what is the count they are manufacturing, what is the input component. If there is only one input going in, you want to know what is the input going in. 4 lines you can display, 20 characters each, you can display that, and then there are 3 LED lights, and there are digital inputs and outputs. It operates with a 24-volt DC power supply. It's a pretty cool product that gives you all the indications that is necessary for the machine. So you can have near the machines installed, one per machine. It can drive a tower lamp. So basically if the scanning, if the machine is operating, you can trigger the green light, and if there is some indication that you want to give, there is an alert condition, you can give red light. So it has got digital inputs and outputs available in this machine. We also have analog inputs. You can take 4 to 20 milliampere as well to these edge boxes. Basically, this is also used for many reasons. So you have near these machines, and it can filter out the unwanted data, and it can do small aggregations so that your server load, you don't do aggregations in the server level, and it can also buffer data. What is very important is if there is a network loss or anything, then it can store the data right here, and it can post the data once the connectivity is back up and running. So that is available in this 6-DIMM edge box, and it is all very competitively priced. Okay. So what are the typical challenges faced by MSMEs? So we are having, we have a lot of paperwork, real-time visibility of operations is not there. The MD or the owner has to walk through every aisle to determine what's going on. And also there are huge mistakes by operators, and also high manpower. The previous speaker talked about there are 5 quality inspector getting replaced with 1. And then the 4 used for better purposes. So one thing you want to consider, we are not here for replacing, for reducing manpower. We are for upskilling. They're upskilling the manpower, and they can be better utilized for better purposes, right? So that's what we are looking at. And then there is a myth. It says that for MSMEs, this IoT and all that is for big companies, not for MSMEs. The typical case studies which I'm going to show you is going to have all the numbers and everything. What is a typical investment going to be? You can look at all that, and it can give you an idea what you need to spend for this implementing IoT in your organization. And one-time implementation or phased implementation, and the previous speakers told you, try with one machine and then go on expanding it. Now I am also seeing a lot of customers want to go with IoT because we are going to get phased out, so they are going for a big bang approach. Both the approaches I am seeing in the market, both are okay. Knowledge, internal resources and technical reports, and it's all, now everybody is using it, so it's prevalent in the market. So you will get skilled resources who are experienced in these areas. So a typical architecture, if you see, you have the machine sensors, PLCs. Some of your machines have PLCs, some of your machines do not have PLCs. They are relay-based logics. Doesn't matter. Our IIoT device can communicate with them, can take the data directly from the sensors. We can take digital signal, we can take analog signal. We can also talk to PLCs. And we can also connect to barcode readers and sensors. The one thing I did not tell you, there's got USB port. So you can connect the scanners and all that directly to the USB port. It has got 4 USB ports, 3 LED lights, 4 digital outputs and 4 digital inputs. So 8 digital communication we have on analog also we can take. And also it can communicate through Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Both are okay. We can transmit data to the server through MQTT or REST APIs, right? So the best thing is you can buffer the data. If your network is down, you don't need to worry about losing your data. It's all there. And then you don't want to send all the voluminous data to your server for processing. You can filter it. It will act as a filter, and also it will aggregate the information and pass on the relevant information to cloud or the on-premise server. This is the on-premise architecture. We have OT and IT network. OT is basically you are trying to talk to machines. It's a back-end communication that is going to the server. It is not affected by your IT network or the corporate IT network, so you get the very good speed. Network latency issues are not affected. So you can get the data from all these edge box devices through MQTT, through queuing technologies, or directly you can call HTTP, no problem. So it can communicate to the IoT server, and you can take all the reports and everything from your IoT or IT network. So first one is for rubber products. There is a first case study. So there are 16 hydraulic curing presses. There are no communication ports. There is one operator per machine, and we have to manually capture the output of what how much things are cured, and then reports are available to managers at the end of the day or the end of the shift. So here each machine we have connected with this edge box device. Output signal we connected once the curing is completed, then it is indicated by a green tower light, and it is all communicated through wireless router, and there is a web-based application software. So you have your edge box connected to the machines. Nothing, we have not selected any electronic, they're all hydraulic presses anyway. There is not much PLCs there. So once the process is completed, it will indicate the green tower light will be on, and you can count this, and you have the web-based application showing up the productivity count almost real-time basis. So this is your budget estimate. We are talking about 13.7 lakhs. Various devices, IoT device, you can say 20,000 per piece, 16 quantities, 3.2, and then server cost and Wi-Fi, network cost, server software, and overall we are talking about around 14-15 lakhs for implementation for 16 presses. So what are the results? So web-based software is showing real-time status, and if there is any problem, the line supervisors can take proactive step, and manual entry is completely eliminated, and not much investment, 15 lakhs for 16 presses, almost less than a lakh for each machine, right? Second case study, this is for a EMS assembly line, OEE, 8 assembly lines with electromechanical products, with each are having multiple operator stations, higher output, and here again we have connected each machine with the IIoT device, and we have installed a photoelectric sensor connected directly to the IoT device, and then each time the PCB is manufactured and then a carton passes through it, then we can take a count, and then that's how we have implemented the solution. So this is around 13 lakhs. We are talking about 6-DIM edge box, barcode scanner based sensors. We are talking about around 13 lakhs for implementation for 8 assembly lines. So again, all this is telling us one clear thing. One is we want to know what is happening in the production floor almost instantaneously. Real-time production is needed, and mistake proofing. You don't want to increasing the reliability of your product, and properly providing all the inputs and taking the output. And if there is a problem, you want to take proactive step in preventing this from happening again. So technology allows us to do all that at very minimal investment. OEE using edge box. So you have OEE is nothing but APQ, multiplication of availability, productivity, and quality. And if the machine, if the output is not there for 5 minutes or 2 minutes based on your cycle time, then automatically it will force the operator to scan the reason codes. They can scan the reason codes. The reason codes are generally available near each line. The operator can scan. We avoid the operator to enter any data and make the decisions, right? He can scan it and then the decisions are taken. And all these forces, operator forces, they keep on changing. And nowadays, we have a huge HR issue in terms of hiring the right skilled manpower to do the job. So here not much is required. All this once the product is produced, the tower light is on, automatically goes off. If you don't operate the machine for some point of time, then you scan the reasons for why the machine is idle for so much tough time. And then the system calculates the OEE and displays it on your web portal. Another one is a vibration temperature monitoring solution. This is for very useful for measuring vibration for motors. Temperature also, alerts, and that's all I have for this slide. I'll be here if you want to discuss more about our solutions. I'll be happy to showcase more information on that. Thank you.